Oh, I love seeing all of your names and you're ready and waiting. This must be a popular title. I try to pick things that I have gotten numerous times. Hi, everyone. Susan Winter here today for the live show on Love Advice. Thank you again to my wonderful moderators, Bea and Gwen, and thank you all of you who are showing up here today to have this discussion. Today's discussion is about comparing yourself to your partner's ex. It can be very difficult if you've had a partner who talks so favorably about their ex. Oh, my ex was a model. Oh, my ex was amazing in bed. Oh, my ex, we went on cruises together and blah, 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 blah. It can really make you, the new person, feel exceedingly uncomfortable. I have something I want to read today, and oftentimes I will pick the commentary that you send me throughout the week in the video requests and use them for the live show. And today this is from Anna, and I'm going to preface this before I start talking to all of you. I don't want you to think that Anna is a sugar baby or that she's materialistic. Anna is highlighting the excessive gifts and kindness that her current partner of 2 years showed to his ex, giving her everything she wanted. Well, let me read it for you, and then we'll come right back. Anna writes, I've been dating a divorced man for 2 years. He divorced 4 years ago. He gave the ex-wife everything she wanted, luxury gifts, a convertible, a boat, luxury trips to Europe, America, Africa, etc. To me, he says no to everything. No trips, no birthday or Christmas presents, no marriage. Why did he give everything to the ex and give nothing to me? He says that the ex was a narcissist. Please help me understand because this hurts so much. Okay, couple of different answers here, and I'm going to take one thing at a time. So, first of all, I want to talk about the fact that I want to really back up Anna. Everybody has a different love language. So please don't think that because you're hearing this, that the love language for Anna is that she wants gifts. It's never that. It is the thing under the thing. And that's very important for all of you to know, the thing under the thing. So what happens is we are looking for a tangible example of one's love. This is what we are looking for. We are looking for our partner to either show us and reaffirm in one of the love languages that 1, we are loved, 2, we are appreciated. It doesn't have to be a gift, but this stuff was over the top. I mean, buying somebody a boat, her partner clearly has resources, or I should say had resources in that marriage. But the fact that he won't even give her a birthday present or a Christmas card for 2 years. So what she is talking about and what is so painful for so many of us is the discrepancy between somebody who is an ex, who was bad to you, somebody that you had to leave for your own well-being, and now you're there loving this person and they're denying you the basic things that show you that they care. I don't think it is just this. I think this is indicative of everything. So if you have any questions, let me read it because I'm not seeing anything coming through on the chat anymore and I'm not sure what that means. Okay, here we go. Good. Susan, love you as always, your work. Thanks a lot. So let me talk about this. Number 2, she did mention that the first wife was a narcissist. Now, we all know narcissists have a way to drag this stuff out of you. These toys and presents that were given to the narcissist could just be to shut her up because it's like somebody keeps yapping, yapping, yapping. And all you want to do is get through with your day and they keep dit, 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 dit. So you just throw them something to shut them up. I'm sure many of you have relatives that want money, friends that need an opportunity, people, and you try and hold it back and try and hold it back. And eventually you're just like, whatever, I'll give you what you want. Just be quiet. Will this finally satisfy you? Let us not forget that narcissists are incredibly manipulative and will reward you with some warmth and attention when you give them what they want, and punish you severely with coldness, turnarounds, like making you apologize for their mistakes. They're so good at this. So if you're involved with a narcissist, one thing, and I'm not defending this guy, but I'm just saying if he was involved with a narcissist, he's probably come out of this and said, okay, I am never, ever doing that again. So I'm going to pick a really sweet woman with a low bar of requirements where I can just cruise by, because now it's about me. It's my time. I'm not giving any more. So this could be, if you're in this situation, what I call a hard correction. And a hard correction is when that person has made up their mind, no, I am closing the door. Trips? Nope. Gifts? Nope. Dinners? Nope. Maybe the pizzeria. I'm done spending money, because so it's the pendulum was way over here, so they've gone way over here. And if you're the one who is the new partner getting this, you are feeling it and going, what is going on? Okay, so that feels unfair, and it should. But remember, it's not just about gifts. It is about the affirmation that we are wanted. Somebody overgave in one relationship, got severely burned. Guess what they're going to do? Nika, do you have a commentary for us? You do? Oh, she said they are going to modulate their amount of giving. Am I right? I'm trying to learn dog. I'm not quite sure that I have it down perfectly. Okay, Jordy Jones. I find this interesting. I went out with a narcissist, but don't tell new partners until I know I can trust them. My narc always bashed his exes to me. It was a red flag. Good notice. Gnarly Cat. Hello, my dear. Good to see you. Gnarly Cat's a member of my YouTube family. Oh, by the way, YouTube family members, the top level, I keep telling you that I'm going to do a Zoom call. I have a better idea. What I'd like to do is have a private meeting here for us after one of our shows, and I'm thinking about the 9th, which is Thursday the 9th. Leave here at about 45 minutes after the hour. Open up 15 minutes later, you would have a private code. So I'm going to start to write to you about that on the community page. Whoever wants to show up in the family group, you show up. All of my notifications to you in the member group, the YouTube member group, will be in the member portal, which is in the top bar. YouTube has made the bar so long. I have to go all the way over to even get to my about. It's like this. So that's what's going on here. Yes, exactly. Snake Eater Guy, that's such an appealing name. I gave everything, and she said in one of our worst arguments that her exes were better than me. Okay, so that's like a major red flag. God, dog speak down. And Nika's actually very wise. She has been an observer of all of my shows. Let's see, it's so true about balance. Punishing current partner for last partner by being cheap. Yes. Oh, I was going to get to that. You beat me to it. Brianna, thank you. That was in my notes. Brilliant. This is part of the correction process, and it's part of the resentment process. Like, I can't take it out on them, but I'm going to make you pay. Now, most times it's unconscious. If you think it's conscious, run like hell. Most of what people do is just unconscious. They just know that it feels better, it works better. They've made a silent commitment to themselves. They're not trying to be cruel on purpose. All right. Love this. Okay. How do you identify a man like that? Okay. Let's say you're on a date and you have come onto an online dating situation where you know little about them, and they start going off about their ex. And you may want to say, I would like to qualify, like, are you divorced? How long have you been divorced? And by the way, one of the gals in my group coaching was reluctant to get involved with a guy who wasn't fully divorced yet. And I said, well, I understand that as general nature protocol, but you have to see where he's at. Are they physically separated? Has the paperwork been signed? Can he not wait to get out? And she said, yes. I said, okay, my friend was dating for about 1.5 years. They were so done. She and her partner living with separate people. The partner had a girlfriend. They did not want to get back together. They couldn't wait, but sometimes it can take a couple years. And this couple had some financial things to sort out. So it took a bit of time. Now, my former client from the group is with the guy, and under those circumstances that he is leaving, and I think his divorce is going to finalize in a couple months. And she said, thank you so much, because all my friends were steering me away from it. Be careful with your advice from your friends. They will go black and white. If you really want clarity, you need to go granular, and you need to count in the gray, because nothing is black and white. Well, narcissists are, but very few things are going to be black and white. So let me answer. How could you tell? You're meeting somebody. Let's hear how they talk about their ex. 1, do they feel like they're still wounded? Does it feel like they've got a lot of resentment going on? And they're still too actively angry. They're still too actively resentful. If the amount of passion in the expression of it is victimization and dislike and what a horrible person, they're really not ready to date you. Not because they're not ready to see who you are, but they have some sorting out to do. Not everybody is clear to know where to place the blame. And they could be reactive to things in the past and take it out on you. And thanks, Brianna, that was a good comment. So you want to see where they are with their ex. You want to feel the distance. You want to see what they're looking for now and assess their level of readiness. Readiness means I have packaged and processed my past. I gave myself time to heal. I've been in therapy, or I've sorted it out. I know what I'm looking for now. I know what I don't want. I know what I do want. And I'm interested in exploring what is possible. That would be the sign of a person where I would proceed. Please speak on being in a relationship for over 2 years and they refuse to put on Facebook they're in a relationship. Okay, I really don't like that. I really want to know what you mean by relationship. There's what you mean by relationship. I'm sleeping with this person continually. There's what they mean by relationship. Did they give you a title? Do they go out in public and say, this is my partner, this is my girlfriend, this is my boyfriend? Do they say this to you and to other people? Because if you are hidden, you're on the DL. And I understand they're going to say, I don't like Facebook. I can't do it because of my business. Question. Are you talking about a Facebook business page? Or are you talking about a Facebook personal page? Personal page, they'd better put you on it if they're in a relationship. And Facebook personal page, if it says status, if they've got nothing filtered in, no college, no job, no, that's okay. They got all that figured in, but they don't answer relationship. You're uncomfortable. You wouldn't be writing about this. Okay. They've done it in the past and post everything about their lives. No, not good. They're compartmentalizing you. I don't like that. You don't like it either. Let me go back to some of these questions. If somebody has something you absolutely want me to get at, please send it in a super chat so I can see it. Okay, S. Comment. You are a member. Okay, I'm familiar to some extent. Some exes are very hurtful, and because of this, sometimes a person overcorrects themselves. As a new partner, I had to be very patient and make them see I'm not their ex. Brilliant. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, I'm getting to all the members first. Hi, everyone. Gnarly Cat, how are you doing? Okay. Hello, I know you. Mirabelle, how are you doing? $9.99. Thank you, dear. My recent ex left me for his ex. Oh, jeez. Whom has lied to him, broken his heart multiple times, and is still married. I offer a real love to him. It's hard not to compare, as I still love him deeply. Boy, you know what? I found 2 videos that have the same question, and I'm going to do a separate video on that called Do I Have to Be a Bitch to Get Their Love? Okay, because this is the nice person, good person scenario where they acknowledge everything you are and they go back to the abusive. I have seen this so many times. Those of you that do therapy may call it trauma bonding. I'll give you a preview now, but look, there will be a video in the next 2 months or so. But to give you the info now, they are attracted to the drama. And I know the drama was incredibly painful. And you're thinking to yourself, why would somebody be attracted to the drama? Because it's such a chemical high. Yearning, desire, anxiety is a chemical that you can become addicted to. And the acquisition, then finally you get them back. And then there's the ecstasy. There's I've won them back. And then there's the friction where you lose them and all the anxiety. And then you win them back and they're abusive. And it's somebody who's constantly seeking approval and love from this person who dangles it and is giving it to them on a whim and being inconsistent. And because humans crave consistency, they are yearning for that hit. Remember, it's like rebooting it to the honeymoon stage. And in the honeymoon stage, you're flooded with different chemicals. Dopamine, testosterone, for ladies, oxytocin. It's the highest high. That's why so many people bail once they go through that 3-month cycle, 3 to 4 months, because the lady had written me in this upcoming video that I'm telling you all about. I'm going to shoot it in 2 weeks. Saying after 2-3 months, they say you're the perfect person. You're so nice, but I don't know. I just don't feel it. Yeah, what they mean is I don't feel the insanity. So 1, all of you listening, please, I beg you, do not correct yourself downward to attract people who are at a lesser health level than you are when it comes to relationships. This is not a judgment of the other person's situation. It is simply you are functioning at a higher level because you're able to be loving and kind and good and consistent. You are what we call a healthy, normal person. Like there's a certain behavioral pattern that one would expect in polite, human, loving interaction, and you qualify for those. But when you have somebody that yearns for the drama, for the chaos, for the highs and lows, they are mentally addicted to it and chemically addicted to it, and probably family of origin template addicted to it. So there's a lot going on there. Please don't ever think you have to be that to win them. You will go down into a spiral that for you is so uncomfortable and so unhappy. So do I have to be the bad guy to win the girl? No. It's the wrong girl who's attracted to a bad guy. She's not leveled up into the realm of what we call healthy, functional relationships. Do I have to be a bitch to get a guy to love me? And they go back to abusive people because that's all I see. And I'm madly in love with this person. So evidently, if I were nasty and cruel and hot and cold, they'd love me. Well, yeah, you would be miserable because that's not your default. And you're playing underneath yourself. Does it work? You know why? There are a lot more unhealthy people out there dating. Anybody been online? Can you give me a holla? Yep. Anybody been online? Anybody had these dates where you go, what? This is what I'm talking about. You're healthy. Thank you. Sayonara. Let it go. Okay? Anybody else have any questions? Thank you, Maribel. Okay, let's see. Who else do we have here? Gnarly Cat. Okay, Gnarly Cat with the pictures of Nika. Escamat, thank you so much. Hi, Annie Walker. So Gnarly Cat's talking to Ellie, and he says that's always a red flag to me when they frequently talk about their ex, whether it's positive or negative, something is unresolved. Bingo. Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Okay, let's see what else. Anybody else have a question? Oh, thanks so much. It makes sense, Mirabelle says. I look forward to those upcoming videos. Thank you, Susan. Well, you got the down low on what they're all about. Okay, so we talked about the narcissist. Now, Anna cannot understand why she is denied. And I wrote her, and when I write all of you, don't be surprised if you send me a video request and I actually write you back. Obviously, we ignore a lot of it because it doesn't pertain. It's too specific to the person and wouldn't translate to everybody else. But those of you who are in pain, when I feel it right away and when I have time, I answer immediately. And oftentimes when I respond to you, because I could go to spam, I write Susan Winter. in the subject line your video request. And I hope you open it, because I'll oftentimes give you the answer. I'll tell you, this is brilliant. I'm going to shoot it. You'll see it in a couple of weeks. It's kind of like opening up the box. Then people start writing me letters like this. Oh, Susan, my God, I love your show. I'm like, thank you, thank you. So just understand that I oftentimes can do this for you. Okay. How do you move on, Vincent says, from a partner who wasn't willing to give you as much as their ex? I'm struggling to put them out of my mind. Let me see if I can rephrase this. I'm struggling to accept the fact that my higher self wanted to be treated with respect and dignity, and given the amount of love and the quality of love that I give, I'm still hurt by the fact that my ex has a lesser capacity to function healthily in a relationship. It's a little difficult, but let me try again. You're pining over somebody that didn't have what you need. Because why? You're pining over somebody who can't give you what you want. Because why? That you cannot change. That's the answer. Okay, let's see, what do we have here? $10. Shiva, thank you so much. You are incredible. Mwah! Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm channeling Nika. Right now she's looking at UPS trucks, but other than that, and she's looking outside, but she's making sure that she watches all of us. Thank you so much. Okay, ask me your questions, everyone. Vincent, so that's my answer there. Let's see. I was once seeing someone who only wanted to communicate with me over social media and text. I knew something was off with that. Yes, I quickly ended it. Spam, not spam, scam. Now, when I say scammers, I mean the 50% of people that you're meeting online who are unavailable for a relationship. They're either trying to con you out of money. That's a good portion of them. They could be bots to keep you on the site. They could be living with somebody or married and just there to satisfy if they still got it. And they could be catfishing you. Okay? So real people who are healthy will function in a way that is understandable to you. I know it's hard for everyone, but I'm going to keep saying this and saying it until the world finally hears it. But if they don't, I just want you all to hear it. I got a Nika hair in my nose. Okay. If you don't understand what's going on, it's not you. If you don't understand and things are really weird, that should be your first clue. Something's off. Something doesn't feel right. What does that mean? Something's not right with that person for you. They are not able to communicate honestly. They don't know what they're doing. They're conflicted. They're holding on to a lot of baggage. They're not being forthcoming. They are misrepresenting themselves. It's something. You know, relationships have glitches when you get into them, and they certainly have their issues when you're in them. But for the most part, they're fairly normal things that come up. And they're fairly normal markers of like, okay, now maybe we need to make it official. Okay, how do you want to handle this? What are we doing moving forward? Honey, I love us living together, but God, you know, you are such a mess and I don't want to keep picking up after you and I don't want to be your mommy, but, you know, can you please help me? Just keep the living room area, but get a little pile. I'll get a box. Just put your stuff in there. So division of labor in the house, division of financials, whatever. You know, these things, obviously they're going to be a challenge, but when you're getting into a relationship, you are looking for somebody. Don't start with somebody that's a lot of work. Why would you do that to yourself? I'm doing another video pretty soon on a guy that wrote about dating FOMO. He's so terrified that if he doesn't grab onto something, he won't get anything. It's like the musical chairs, right? I'm like, yeah, you can grab onto something, but it might not be the right something. And what's the price of that something in the long run? Again, anybody have any questions, please put it in super chat. Otherwise, I'll grab what I can along the way. Vincent, you are welcome. Fresh Power. Susan, lovely. Oh, Flower Power. Susan, lovely to hear you. You're the best. Thank you. Brian Pablo, good morning to you. I don't know that I got your message on the big decision you needed to make. And I have to tell a lot of you, when I'm really busy and I have a lot of appointments, Lauren is answering for me. Those of you that she knows how to speak Susan. I've taught, she knows me so well. If you got an answer that sounded like, God, I don't even think she remembers this, like hi or a little heart, that might have been Lauren. I'm going to talk to her now to clarify, if she doesn't know the people, to clarify who she is. So if you wrote me, because I asked you to DM me what your issue was so I could have some input, because I couldn't do it on the show last time. So you might have heard from Lauren, okay? I'm not sure. She's so fabulous. I don't know what I'd do without her. Magic. If a first date at Disneyland was filled with kissing and holding hands midway through, she said she's still talking to others and has a date later in the week. Since it went well, I said I have to move. I don't understand. You have to move on, or you have to move forward with her. I think since it went well, I said I have to move. I don't quite know what that means, Magic. Move on because it went so well and I'm not in the maybe list. Okay, there we go. Thoughts. You were there. I got to trust all of your internal computers seeing things that I don't see in 2 or 3 sentences. Generally speaking, was she just trying to make herself look attractive to you? Is she really dating others? Does she really have a date later on that day? And if so, why is she kissing you? Something's not right here. Either she is posturing that she has tons of suitors and is desperate for you to try and, seal the deal and close it down and get something going with her, or she's a bit of a tease, kissing you and then telling you she's got dates with others. She's trying to make you jealous. Something does not feel right. I don't have a problem with your saying no, because it's something very weird. I'm into you. Oh, by the way, I'm seeing other people. True, that's a problem. False, that's still a problem. So I'm on your side. It's so much easier to start with somebody who's gone, they're crazy out there. I mean, I want to head for the hills when I come offline. I'm looking for somebody I understand, who speaks my language, and I'm looking for a relationship. It's not that difficult. And that is a better starting place, Magic. So I think you saved yourself from some real confusing things. Brian, you did? Yes, I never saw it, just so you know. I haven't heard from Lauren yet, Susan, but I'll be waiting for her response. I know, because you're always so busy. She didn't mark it unread. We never saw it. Please send me something new so it'll be at the top of the line. I promise you, just copy and paste whatever the other thing was. Okay. I do try to follow up on my things. Shiva, thank you so much. Mirabelle, Shiva. All of you are good. Nobody else has any questions for me here? Let's see, Kylie's here. Dora Fran, I did this. I happen to know his ex, and I also knew that with her, he wanted to be a couple very fast. He was engaged and taken with her while very wishy-washy with me. Yeah, he probably was head over heels over the first one and just never quite got over her. Jim, listening to you, Susan. Oh, years listening to Susan. She knows where our minds. I've been listening to your posts while I walk every day and listen to every word. Thank you. One of the smartest people I have heard off of YouTube. Thank you so much, Jim. I really, really, really appreciate that. That is so nice. Okay, let's see. Anybody else? My ex used to bring up exes and always blaming them for everything that went wrong. Ellie, problem. If they give you a constant complaint about the ex, guess what? One day it's going to be you. And I know, listen, you can be a very rational person. All of us can have that one ex that has made us crazy. And when you're being honest and meeting someone new, and you start to say, yeah, my ex did this, this, and this, because people are doing stuff that's really weird now. And I know that a very rational, grounded person can talk about the bizarre behavior of an ex and maybe sound absolutely nuts to somebody listening. It's getting a little tricky. Just remember, be grounded, be straight, and less is more. If they want to know more about your ex, they'll ask. Okay? All right, let's see, what else do we have here? How about when they still send birthday and Christmas cards to their ex and still talk over the phone? They have no children together. Shiva Diva. Mm. I've never liked that. There are two very strong camps about this. I do know people that have a healthy, loving, committed relationship with someone new and hang out and even double date with their ex-husband, ex-wife, ex-partners, new partner, and themselves. I just like to keep things separate. I don't know. Maybe it's just people in California. I don't know. Mostly, but I just, it's too. I don't like the lack of clarity. I don't like the blurry edges. I always hear from one of my exes on my birthday, and then I always call him. And I think he's got a kind of girlfriend someplace in Southeast Asia. He travels the world, and so, but we still talk. And sometimes he's, oddly flirtatious, and I'm like, how's it going with your girl? But we seem to have it down to once a year. And if I am in his city, wherever he is this year, next year, and I'm doing a presentation, I let him know. But it's completely cordial, and there's nothing ever out of line. And he'll ask me out to dinner. But at this point, I'm currently single, so I wouldn't mind. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just, it's not happening for me, so I'm clear about that. And it's probably more historic for him because he was a difficult partner. I guess I have the, how do I say, my claim to fame is that I'm the only ex that actually talks to him. My directive to him is, as we were breaking up, and I told him to just go about his business because he was wonderful. He was what I call an accidental boyfriend. I didn't want a boyfriend. He didn't want to be a boyfriend. He was taking off to work in the Arab Emirates. And I said, look, I'm not going over there. I don't want to be there. So, whatever. And I said, but by the way, when you start dating, do me a favor. If you ever have a thought about a woman and want to share it, shut up. You're going to do more harm than good. Think your thought, don't speak. It's like a child with Tourette's. I mean, you just say things. I'm like, the likelihood of you offending somebody is 99.9%. So just shut up and smile and tell her she looks beautiful, because you're out of your terrain if you do anything else. My name for him is La Caca. Why doesn't an ex change their relationship status on social media after months of a breakup? Wow. One, maybe they're embarrassed to let people know that they're broken up. Two, maybe they're praying that there's a glimmer. Three, maybe they're still sleeping together and they don't want to eradicate it altogether. Four, they're so clueless they don't even know that they did it. I don't know. Let's see, what else do we have? Any other questions, people? The next day I thanked her and said I was confused, and because of the first date, we're going back to magic. I wanted to find someone who would explore the possibilities, not be in the maybe list. It was still a great first date. Good. So let's talk about, let's see. I learned to be upfront from you, so you helped to save me. Okay, great languaging. I have been working more and more with my group on refining these courses, these group courses. I don't like to sell. I'm not going to sell. I'm not going to get on a discovery call. I'm horrible at it. I don't want to do it. I'll have Lauren do it for me. But the more I work with a group and the more I see what I'm giving them way too much information. It's like one segment could be a 12-week course, one idea, and I've got too many in there. But I am getting very, very clear that the key to success in dating, just finding partner selection, is filter, 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 filter from the very beginning. Filter out what's wrong that's going to stop you, waste your time when you're still sane and you don't have that much of an emotional investment. Filter, filter, filter. Feels goosey, feels weird, next. Feels goosey, feels weird, feels off, next. Filter, filter, filter. And I know you're going to say, Susan, I've been filtering for 3 months. I am bloody well tired. This is not working out. Well, you saved yourself 3 months. Now, to go back to another question here, Magic, you had a great first date. This is what I call your baseline. This is your bar where you start now. You've manifested from dream into reality. Hey, I had a great first date. Kissing, hugging me, great rapport. She was all over the place. She was either trying to posture how desirable she is, or she was desperate for a partner, which is why she might be just the opposite. Instead of having all these guys, she could be madly desperate, and if so, she'll keep pawing at you through social media and posts and send you sexy photos. That means she's desperate to lock you down. That was just her I'm so cool game. Everybody wants me. You're lucky if you got me. And I think that all that physicality on the first date, I don't know, maybe I'm old, maybe I'm repressed, maybe I'm just from I don't know. I don't start with that. That's going to happen big time. I don't know that I feel that way for you. I meet you once, I'm going to be holding your hand and kissing you. What the hell is that? Now, I know friends. I have a friend. When she meets a guy, the first thing she does is have a make-out session for about 20 minutes to qualify whether there's chemistry. I don't know. Everybody's different. But I just know for me, I don't want to make that physical commitment because I'm going to lead them on and I need to see how I feel about it. Now, if the chemistry is off the charts and they are amazing, I might kiss them. I don't know. I don't know until I'm there, but I like to slow down the pace because as a woman, you can't erase where you've gone on the physical spectrum. I don't know if you guys understand this, but if I've let you touch me, next time you're sure you're going to touch me and more. If I've let you kiss me, next time you're going to do a lot more than try and kiss me because I've given you a green light to that segment of okay. So I'm very cautious about what I do until I'm fully ready to know what I want to do, and then I just go for it. But that's me. Okay. Wonderful guidance, Susan. Thank you, Annie Walker. I love it when I see your names around here. My guy just can't stop talking about his exes. Some he praises, some he puts down. Janet, if he's got you, why in the world is he talking about this stuff? He's got a wonderful current. Why speak about exes? And by the way, for your own forensic work, I would start looking at this and thinking, what's the pattern? Talking about the exes, positive or negative. What about what? Looks, money, attitude, cheerfulness, resourcefulness, compliance, non-compliance. What are the subject headings of the categories that he feels necessary to discuss? Because those for him are triggers. That'll tell you a lot about your guy. You probably already know these things, but let's see. Okay. I usually go for the kiss on first dates if it's going well, so I don't show I'm uninterested. Okay. Okay, physicality on the first date is for me. It's a red flag for me. It's very independent. We're mid-30s. It's different. I grew up in another time period. It was just, I'm more conservative that way, but that's just me. I've got a friend, the minute she sees him, she sleeps with him. That most of my friends do, like right away. And I don't have any opinion about that one way or another unless it's not working out for you. I have to understand that everybody's different. Every time period is different. So do what is right and true for you. Okay? Are any of you currently comparing yourself to your partner's ex because your current partner makes you feel inferior? They hold it over your head as though this is what you should be, and they're making you feel lucky that you even have a piece of them. Anything? Nope. Yes, no. Anything? He told me her salary. Ooh, does that make you feel rotten? Is he bragging? So I want to see, tell me, is anybody that you're dating or that you're with trying to make you feel inferior somehow by telling you how amazing, how rich, how successful, how beautiful, how incredible? Okay, Abby is talking about a high salary. Okay. Is that to make you feel like, oh, so if he's talking or he or she is talking about the ex's high salary, then it could be like, wow, I can attract somebody really successful. But that's more self-congratulating. So the question is, are they bragging for, wow, look at what I caught? I'm worth this. Something like that is interested in me. Or are they trying to put you down and make you feel inferior because of it? I actually never tried to sleep with anyone the first date. I'd rather not. Okay? So, Abby, just ask yourself why. Wouldn't deal with that. Anybody? Okay. So that must not be a thing because you're not writing me all. Okay. So, Abby, that's exactly what it is. He's self-absorbed. He brags for any and every reason, LOL, and to subliminally put me down. That's what I think. You're right on the money. Oh, I love this. I love this. Guys, you're going to love this too. You know the kind of people that tell you, I used to meet guys and set them up with my girlfriends. And I met this guy and he said, I only date models. I said, oh, okay. I'm like, okay, I'm not a model. What if you want? Anyway, this was, oh my gosh, maybe 15, 17 years ago. And I told my friend, I said, he sounds like he's really short. She goes, what? You can't tell that over the phone. I said, yeah, he sounds tiny. His voice sounds tiny. He was an anesthesiologist, made a lot of money. So I actually was recording up in Wayne, Connecticut or something. And I said, I'll meet you for lunch because I'm right in your area because I had to be there anyway for where I was recording. I had a feeling I was just walking through the motions, but I did it anyway. And he comes in this big truck. And then I see him get down from this big truck and he came to about my breast right here. And I had flats on. And I said, okay, I was right. And then, but my girlfriend was desperate to date somebody successful. She was a little shorter than I was, only a couple inches taller than him. Well, maybe a foot taller or so, but she went out with him and liked him very much. But the model he was talking about was a gal that he had dated briefly who was, I'm sorry, in a local newspaper modeling something like a hat for a local store in upstate Connecticut, like not a Bloomingdale's, not a whatever, not even a chain store. Like she just had a hat on. I was just like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So people oftentimes do this to edify themselves and to make you feel like you have to jump through a big hoop. I remember a girl who was dating a guy friend of mine who was complaining that she was so bored because normally she would be in Paris now because it's New Year's and her husband bought her a Bentley and blah, 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 blah. And my guy friend was eating it up, hook, line, and sinker. I was so mad at her. It was her insecurity and her trying to establish herself as the prize. But I have to tell you, they have been together over 20 years. So she's devoted to him and she's faithful. And I can only tell you that I'm happy for that. I watched the whole thing roll out and it made me very, very uncomfortable. So I'm very aware of how people will use their ex to make the next person feel insecure. And even if they're not using their ex, you can feel insecure by thinking that oftentimes the ex got the best of the person you're with now. That ex got all their love before they got jaded. That ex got all their attention before they decided it's me time. That ex got a family That ex got marriage. That ex got kids. They gave the ex everything you want. And that is a problem. That is a problem. And that's where you, if you are in this situation and you feel that everything you currently want today, they already gave to somebody else and they said, we gave it the office and the last relationship and it is done, it's not going to change. Very few people can modulate from that because they feel truly justified in now it's about me, never marrying again. And I understand. I understand why somebody would not marry again. For me, marriage was always a deep concern about financial implications because I had everything to lose and absolutely not enough to gain, ever. It's a nightmare. If you're not having children, and listen, there are people that want it, that's beautiful. As a spiritual symbol, phenomenal. I really don't like the combined households because what happens is you've got one person with resources and one who doesn't. If both are equally matched, bravo. It's fabulous. I'm always watching the economic disparity because believe me, if you are the person with all the toys, that will be counted at the end. And so beware and be careful. You can be just as committed in living together. But other than that, I think that we have to really assess, did they give their best in the last relationship? How committed are they now to shutting down? Are they in therapy? Do we get our needs met? Is there any chance that we can get our needs met? When we tell them what we want and need, are they even interested in listening to us? If they listen to us, are they willing to work with us? These are the questions we need to ask because now we need to assess. So in poor Anna's situation, 2 years, she's been auditioning for the post of being a full-on girlfriend in a manner to which she feels respected, okay? No gifts, not even at Christmas. I mean, that's like, come on. Give her a coupon to Bed Bath and Beyond or something. I mean, this is ridiculous. No birthday presents and no marriage, no trips, no nothing. Of course it hurts. She's being purposefully excluded. Okay. Shiva, one thing I've learned in all my relationships have grown me in ways I'm so thankful for. Let's see, where are we? So thankful for. They were the perfect teachers blessing me in the end, and I'm thankful. That's a very positive way to look at this. I would say I only date women who drive Chevy trucks. I tend to throw back what is thrown at me. Let them know I'm not into you. Okay, let's see. Gene P, forget it, girl. Okay, I told my ex told me I was the biggest woman he had ever dated. I have a healthy weight. He is into very skinny women, but that I should be proud. Oh my God. Sorry. Proud that he chose me. I still don't know how to feel about it. What? I know how to feel about it, and I'm just reading it. Oh my God. Talk about manipulation. Oh no, girl, I've been down this road. Believe me. I don't know if I ever told you about how big Woody Allen was in the 80s, how many times I was cast in his movies, and I would come back. This is before beepers, and I would come back to see my father who had ill health, and I'd fly back to the West Coast. And every time the casting director would call for the fitting or for the script reading, my boyfriend told me nobody called, and I kept saying, by the time I'd get back, it'd be only like 5 or 6 days. They'd say, Susan, we had to recast. You didn't respond to us. No, answering machines, they do that. He did that to stop me. I was on guiding light, took me off guiding light. I don't want you kissing on any of those guys. And I listened. I listened because I was young and I was foolish. I wasn't even in love with him. I was just young and submissive and sweet and totally unaware. If you don't manipulate, you don't know what it is. So some of you are walking into the jungle and you're just sweethearted and kind and you don't know what's going on. But whenever somebody needs to let you know that they have made a concession to date you. I normally date 20-year-olds. I've never dated a 40-year-old, but You're a lovely lady, so I'm willing to try. It's unusual for me to date an older woman. I've never dated somebody with your weight, but I like you. My gals have been very thin and beautiful and like models, but I'm going to continue with this relationship. I mean, you don't know how to feel about it? Please, everybody here is going to start to tell you how to feel about that. When you write me something here, or you write me in the video request, and you're telling me what you really want to tell them, that is the problem. If you're bothering to write it here, it means it bothers you. It means something feels off. We are looking for a healthy partner who does not want to make us feel like less. We are looking for a partner who is not overcorrecting and has not dug their heels into it's all about me now. I mean, that's cool, but they can't modulate, so they're frozen. They're frozen. And then when you, Anna, if you happen to see this, when you leave him, because you're like, I'm not having it. I'm done auditioning for your love. I'm done begging for some kind of reassurance that we're actually in this. I'm not a sugar baby. I'm not a gold digger. You just don't want me. I'm not doing it. Then the guy will go, wow, she was so nice. Then you'll be the one that got away. So everybody, we are just about to close out. Where the hell does size matter? Overthink as a woman, ask men for their number and play the same. Well, if a man starts to tell you that he wants to know how much you weigh and how old you are, you just ask him what his net worth is. Just please send a screenshot of your last year's statement and I'll tell you. Because, that's the same thing, okay? I think it's a bad way to not learn communication by making it alpha or beta. Okay, you guys are having a conversation in here. Okay, and Cece likes to date military guys, okay? Her ex-husband was a Marine and set the bar high. What I'm imagining is underneath that is some kind of code of behavior, some kind of organizational skill, some kind of clarity that comes with that kind of thinking and discipline. So I understand that. I think we are done for today. I have to thank Bea and Gwyneth, Gnarly Cat, my family member, Brian Pablo, who needs to write me a new something, DM me on Instagram so I will find it fresh because it must have gotten lost. Let me see who else is in here. I think we have Jean P., who is Nika's dearest friend. Who else do we have in here? Eskamat, you have a Nika picture. Thank you. You are one of my people, Bea and Gwyneth, whom I dearly love. So I think I've pretty much talked about all of our members here, okay? Thank you all. I'm not sure what I'm talking about next week, but I will figure it out according to your video requests. Now, for those of you dating and you want a quick Susan-ish kind of breakdown, if you don't already have it, I urge you to pick up the Dating Games Guide. Several of the people here have it. It is now at an automatic discount of $39 on the website. The link is right below. My family members always got the discount. The people here who are in this tribe always get the discounts. A lot of these YouTube members in here, I've been working on a merch page for 8 months. 8 months. 8 months. I have been whipping Lauren repeatedly. And I think we finally found somebody to do scaling all the things that we want. So those of you who are YouTube members get discounts on certain things, a discount on a day with Susan, all different kinds of things per tier. So you always get your discounts there. But for everybody else, if you're confused, click on it. It is over 10 hours of every video. And the AI, you speak it or you just text it in. And it goes right to the exact point that I'm talking about. Hot and cold, pulling away, ghosting, whatever weird thing they are, power tripping, whatever, window shopping. It goes to every single word that you're going to use. And it's like every single video starts at that point. It also translates right now into English and Spanish. If you have a language you want, I'll set it. I think I set it to German too. But now we have the app. And the app you can get for Retrieve is the company that does it. And once you download the app on either Google Play or Apple, it's free. Then you can just have it in your phone, and your library will be right there and with you at all times. So you can be on the road, you can be in the middle of something, not have your computer out and just need to start to check it. And your whole library is right there. And once it's yours, it's yours. Okay, it's not like it goes away. So that's one. And then two, you want to work with me? I have a few consultation sessions per week, some in the evening, some in the daytime, well, in the US. So please take a look at those. I would love to work with you. I do my best here in the sentences that I get, but boy, can I really work with you in 45 minutes. Okay, so I think that's it. And don't forget that if you are traveling, if you are either in the New York City area or in the greater Phoenix, Scottsdale area, depending upon the year, time of year, and depending upon where I am for a day with Susan, you can have 3 hours with me in person. It's the only thing that I do in person other than speaking engagements, okay? And that's a really cool deal. I get to really, really sit down and talk to you. Okay. Thank you, everybody. I will see you next week. Bea and Gwyneth, thank you so much. Everybody have a terrific week. Thank you for your commentary. Thank you for the lovely messages. And if you want to send me a video request, susanwinter.net, contact page under Lauren, under Christina, go to the box, the horizontal box that says video request, and we'll see if we pull it up. And maybe I'll talk about it here. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye now.